I'm Thayne McCombs, and I work for Lucid Software.
Perfect.
Well, right now, probably the biggest challenge we're facing is we're transitioning into continuous delivery. And it's challenging to figure out how to make sure that everything's been thoroughly tested before we release it. Make sure that our code quality stays up to our high standards, and make sure that we don't introduce any backwards compatibility issues if we release services in the wrong order or things like that. A lot of our data is stored in relational databases. So one issue that we've come around into is how to shard that data. We have to start scaling horizontally instead of vertically, which for the most part we've sharded it based along application boundaries. So like splitting our code up into different services, and then having a separate database for each service. And that's also helped us scale horizontally with our application servers as well. But that's also added a fair amount of complexity, and we're still struggling with being able to make the services more independent of each other, so that if one of our critical services has issues, it doesn't take down the rest of our services. Probably the biggest thing is expanding more into global markets. And like right now, we have all of our services run in a single AWS region. And as we start looking at expanding more around the world, we need to start looking into maybe expanding into multiple regions, sharding data geographically and things like that. Well, I think probably the biggest thing is, in our backend servers, we run a lot of threads, and with functional programming, it makes multi-threading a lot safer. We don't have to worry about as many data races when our data is all immutable, and we use functional paradigms to sort of handle our data in the pipeline, things like that. Yeah, I think one thing I'm excited about is that there's a whole bunch of Scala developers here, and Scala is a bit of a less common language, so it's exciting to be around a whole bunch of people that are also using Scala.